many more twists and turns? I don't think I can take another one. Call the clinic, call the divorce lawyer, call Mari, and call Jerry. We need some reinforcements. Hello, little enzymes. Welcome back to Daisha's Digest. The topic for today is going to be cheating, lies, and deception. We have 3 stories. One is from TikTok. The other 2 are from Reddit. I have all of the links and everything in the description. I think that's it. Let's just go ahead and get into it. So the first story that is from TikTok is this young woman who is detailing how she found out that her husband's brother was actually his boyfriend. So it's like a multi-part TikTok series or whatever. And the first one I can't play because it has copywritten music, but I wrote some cliff notes. So basically what she says in this first video is that the first day that she met her husband, he was with the brother. She's been with her husband for 7 years. Him and the brother would go on solo trips. The brother was just always around. She didn't think anything of it because when they met, they were together when they met. So from that day forward, they pretty much have just he's just kind of always been around. Her suspicions grew when he started to get up to go to the bathroom anytime that the brother would call. So one day she got up and put her ear to the door and she heard him talking about some "I love you, bae" on the phone. So she was trying to figure out if it was really his brother that he was talking to, or if it was like a girl just saved in his phone as brother. Either situation would, be cause for concern. She didn't say anything though, because she was like, let me gather some more information so I can really investigate before I try to confront him or whatever. And so she says she also noticed that every time the brother would come over and they would have drinks and stuff, she would always get sleepy first, to the point where she would go up and go to, she would go to bed and go to sleep first and just leave them there hanging out alone. That's where she ended off on the first video. So let me play the next video in her series.
So his brother knows that my favorite wine is Stella Rosa. And if y'all want to send me some after this, because we all gonna need it. But no. So when he would come over, he would bring Stella Rosa and he would, go in the kitchen. Sis, I'm about to go in the kitchen, fix you something to drink, so we could, wine and dine. Okay. I never thought of it because this is his brother. And I have people that's saying, have you met his family? Yes, I met his family. I met his mother, sisters, his other brothers, and everything. Everyone was in on this, but I'm going to get to all of that. How I found out, that
everybody
knew, that he was gay, blase squads. I'm going to get to all of that. So fast forward to when he came. He came that night after I heard my husband on the phone saying, "I love you, babe." He came.
Is there a kid in the back seat? I think her kid is in the back seat. I just saw a hand back there. I hope that's not her kid sitting there having to listen to this about how her dad was cheating on their mom with a man. Oh man. First of all, just pausing to absorb. For some reason, I have a feeling this story is fake. But if it is real, I don't know how I would react to this. You mean to tell me for 7 whole years, your family was in on it and they knew that he was gay, the brother was his boyfriend, they've been playing in my face all these years, and you took away my right to choose a heterosexual relationship that I would actually be happy and fulfilled in, or we could have did a lavender marriage arrangement. They do that nowadays. I would be so pissed. 7 years. 7 years.
Came that night. He went in, in the kitchen or whatever like that, to fix us some wine. So when he came out, y'all, I had to play it cool. So I wasn't really.
So the brother is the one that that would always make the drinks, basically. But he would do it in the kitchen and bring it out.
I wasn't drinking the wine because I'm staying up tonight because I got to figure this out.
That's
what
smart.
Is really going on in here, right? So, I was acting like I was drinking it, and then I went in the kitchen. And when I went in the kitchen, I pulled out that wine that he gave me and just pulled some, the same wine that I had in the refrigerator in there, went back. So now I'm drinking this wine, but I'm in my right mind because, just like I said, I do believe that I was being drugged.
If they was drugging her just so that they could fool around, I don't know. That just seems like doing too much. Y'all are already going on like solo vacations together. She already doesn't suspect anything because she just purely thinks that that's your brother. So it wouldn't be suspicious if you're hanging out with your brother. Are y'all just fiending that bad to where y'all gotta put her to sleep just so y'all can mess around even more? That would be crazy. That would be diabolical. Anyway.
Okay, so this particular time I did like I normally do. I acted like I was going to bed. I left them up because I was just trying to be as normal as possible. So I left them up together and I went, I talked to my supposed to be brother-in-law. Oh my God, y'all. Y'all, this is a mess. And I was like, brother, good night. I'm about to go to bed. I kissed my husband. I said, I'm about to, go to bed. I'll leave y'all two to it, So I went up, act like I was, getting ready for bed. So this particular night, I turned off everything upstairs because I'm trying to, really ear hustle at this time to see what's going on, y'all. So like a few hours went by. I don't even know how many hours, but a few hours went by and something said, creep downstairs, go downstairs. So I went downstairs.
Okay, y'all, it's finna get real. I'm gonna have to bleep out some stuff because it's not too graphic, but so let me go to the next.
Good morning, y'all. I know y'all have been waiting. I am not a full-time content creator yet.
That's the part that made me think maybe this is fake. Either way, even if it is a fake story, for her to come up with something like this, she deserves the views because anyway.
I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get myself together because I know y'all have been waiting. So I'll go ahead and jump into it. So I was, I walked downstairs, and as I was walking downstairs, I kept hearing, you've been said you're gonna tell her. Why you ain't told her? Why you ain't told her? You keep leading me on. Why you didn't tell her? But it was in a tone as a sexual tone. It was like an aggressive sexual tone, right? So as I was walking down the stairs,
oh my goodness,
they were talking to each other while having, okay, I don't know if I could say that on here, but they were getting it in good too.
She said good.
And the saddest thing about it was my husband wasn't even doing the bending. He was getting bent over, y'all.
Wait, because I just did a parody to that scene the other day. I have to find it. I have to include this. So if you don't know the you doing the bending reference, I'm gonna show you. This is from the movie For Colored Girls. It's a scene in the movie For Colored Girls, and I guess Janet. I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but I think Janet found out her man was gay or something. And this scene was supposed to be very serious, very like dramatic, heartfelt. But this specific portion in the scene is so unserious that it's just comical. Okay.
How do you marry a woman and then turn around and let a man bend you over?
Ain't nobody bending me over.
Oh, so you doing the bending?
She said, oh, so you doing the bending? Is that what it is? Oh, hilarious. Anyway, let me get back to her story. So her husband was not doing the bending. That to me that doesn't make a difference. He still is one, cheating on you. He still is two, a liar and has been deceptive all these years and has been playing in your face literally all these years, is being intimate with another person under your roof. It don't matter who doing the bending. Like that part is irrelevant, really.
So they talking and his brother turned around and saw me. So at this point, I'm shocked, I'm trembling, My heart has stopped. I'm going through it. My emotions is getting the best of me. I am mad. I am sad. I'm angry. So I didn't say anything, and he didn't stop. He actually gave me a smirk, like you knew what time it was.
Now, see, so this is a part where I was like, this gotta be fake. Because my thing is, why do all this investigation to find out the truth and then do nothing? You could have saved yourself the trauma from having to witness this. You could have saved that if you was just gonna see it and do nothing. I would have had a video camera, a GoPro, collecting evidence. I would have been in there. I knew it. Da, 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 da. I knew, you know? And or if she wanted to make sure that she stayed safe, because I feel like a situation like this could get out of hand quickly and can get unsafe quickly. You know, like I said, just try to get some video evidence without them seeing you, gather up all the evidence you need discreetly, and then make your exit plan. But you literally go down there, let me go back to sleep. That doesn't seem like a logical progression of events, but maybe maybe that's just how she felt in the moment.
But I did. So I went back upstairs.
Some of the comments, I'm just looking at the comments over here. Somebody said, went back upstairs, I would have turned that thing upside down. Somebody else said, the way I would have destroyed a whole house for less. I applaud you for keeping your chill. Somebody else said, the way my knees be popping, they would have heard me coming. I know, for real. Another person, he didn't stop. Okay, let me go back over it to the video.
And I cried. I know y'all probably saying, now you stupid. You gonna cry? Yes, I cried.
The crying is warranted. I think I definitely would have been crying.
And questioned myself. Like, so I wasn't good enough. And it was just a bit much for me that whole night because he is the breadwinner. So I had to, think, what am I gonna do? How.
That makes more sense then. So she basically talking about how she had to go back to work. With that context, that does make more sense as to why she didn't do anything when she was basically confronted with the truth. But even still, that's what I'm saying, like, she should have got her plan together of what she was gonna do, because at that point she knew something was going on. She knew something was going on. But I would have had already gotten my plan together. So by the time I got the evidence I needed, I would have just been able to dip pretty much. But the fact that he's the breadwinner, that's very unfortunate. And that's why I think people shouldn't be in relationships where they're financially dependent on the other person, because it puts you in a very dangerous position. Here's the next part.
All right, I'm going to get straight to it while I'm getting ready for work. Good morning, y'all. So after I went downstairs and I found having sex, the boyfriend, his brother, was turning my husband every which way but loose. So I went back upstairs. When I went upstairs, yes, I cried. I know y'all probably saying, girl, you was not black, because the black sister would have tore that house up and down. Well, you never know what you would do in that moment. I went upstairs, I cried, I was mad, I was sad and angry. A few hours later my husband then came upstairs, and I had to play it off. Yes, I really played it off, and let me tell you why. So I've been knew that my husband has been cheating because his brother actually showed me proof and all that he been cheating. I was always
Wait. His brother, the one that's the boyfriend,
showed me proof and all that he been cheating. I was always told, if you're not gonna leave, be quiet. So I was quiet. And not to mention, I'm not going to place the blame all on him, because even though I knew that he was cheating, I was doing my thing as well.
Y'all just... Now, sister, I had all this sympathy for you. I'm feeling bad for you, this lowly housewife, just trying to make ends meet. Her, devoted to her husband. He cheating on her with the best friend, and you over here doing dirty too. So that explains why you had no reaction when you seen that. Cause I'm like, something is not it's just not adding up. Girl.
I'm not mad that he was cheating. I'm mad because he was cheating with his brother, and I was also sleeping with his brother. So,
Ma'am, you can't be serious. The same brother? Wait a minute. I can't even think straight. Okay, this is crazy.
his brother was playing both of us. Yes, you heard it correctly. I was also sleeping with his brother as well.
So that's okay. It's making more sense now. Cause I'm like, it doesn't make sense to me how you can literally sit there and watch your husband get bent over by another man and not have any reaction. But the reason being is because you was getting bent over too. Y'all was having 2-piece spices and sharing the sides. And you didn't even know.
Well, no, I did not know that the brother was gay. No, I did not know that my husband was gay. The reason why I am so pissed off mad is because the whole 7 years that my husband and I have been together, I have never been pregnant. Now that I started sleeping with the brother, all of a sudden, I'm pregnant.
Oh my God. This, how many more twists and turns? I don't think I can take another one. Are you kidding me? All the sympathy that I may have had for this young lady is out the freaking window. So now you sleeping with what you think is your husband's brother, unprotected, and now you pregnant. Your husband is also sleeping with this, what y'all think is brother, who now we know is actually his best friend, presumably unprotected. And y'all don't know who the brother's sleeping with. Everybody call the clinic. Call the clinic. Call the divorce lawyer. Call Mari and call Jerry. We need some reinforcements. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. The top comment said this went from Tyler Perry to be special. No, for real. This can't be real. This can't be real. Also call paternity court. Y'all need a whole team to figure out.
While I'm getting ready for work. Good morning.
Where's the next one? Oh, jeez.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to go ahead and get straight to it. Since everybody want to play, we're going to play today. All right, LaTanya, I'm going to go ahead and start with you. The fact that you sat in my face for 7 years and called me your sister-in-law, knowing that your brother been gay, the whole time is beyond me. Even when your brother told me not to let you in our house, I still took it upon myself to let you stay with us, and all you had was the pasty clothes that you brought with you. But we ain't going to get into all that. But what I will say is, I know for a fact your husband is sleeping with your first cousin, Shay. Yeah, the one that you been to the club with just last Saturday. He's sleeping with. Oh, I bet you ain't knew that, but let's clock that tea.
Oh, no, the whole family dirty. Oh, no, all y'all just sleeping here and there, sleeping everywhere. That's disgusting.
And saying I'm doing too much because everybody did too much. Ain't nobody been saying nothing when everybody was playing in my face, and I ain't knew nothing. All right, Miss Brenda Lee, it's yours.
Brenda Lee.
The fact that you sat in my face for 7 years and called me your daughter-in-law, knowing that your son was gay, instead of you telling him to be a real man, you protecting him. Everybody knew he was gay but me. And you knew that he had a boyfriend. And yet you didn't say nothing. But guess what? I'm about to tell, since everybody playing me for a fool, I'm about to tell everybody business today. Let's talk about how you, in the marriage for 26 years, believe your husband every other night saying that you going to work, but you sleeping with somebody half your age.
Oh,
you sleeping
no.
with half your age. You supposed to be a whole parole officer. But do they know that you sleeping with your clients?
No, Brenda Lee.
Like I said, I'm talking everybody to today. And Jacory, my love, you could have told me. We talked about every single thing. But it's true what they say. Hurt people hurt people.
What Jacory did?
And you wasn't happy with yourself, and you wasn't happy with being with me. But just like I said, you could have told.
That's the husband's name.
Told me, my love. But since you didn't, we about to get down and dirty today. I'm pissed because how everybody knew I was in the lab of the marriage but me. I'm hurt.
I'm sorry, that wasn't funny. But either she's like moderately good acting skills, or this is for real, like real. Because what? She done exposed everybody business, everybody sleeping with everybody cheating. It runs in the family. That's why they didn't tell you. It's normal to them. This one says recap.
All right, real quick, y'all know I be coming on here giving y'all a little update before I post the next part. Okay, so tomorrow, because I am pissed, I'm telling it all tomorrow. I don't know if I will say the whole name, but I feel like I am going to give names tomorrow. I'm going to...
How many more names? Because you gave them, sis. Unless this video was before that rant video that she did. She must have like tagged it out of order because she was giving names.
Tell how me and the brother start having sex. I am going to tell, I don't know if I'm gonna tell if I am keeping a child or not, because I really do not know at this point.
She's still pregnant.
To the ones that has been watching, thank y'all so much. To the one that is just joining in, go ahead and catch up on the parts so that when tomorrow comes, y'all will not be lost. This happened to me. This is my first Valentine's that I don't even want to talk about it, y'all.
I mean, look, in all reality, you never did have a Valentine for the past 7 years because he was somebody else's. And low-key, so were you. By the sound of it. Okay, let me just go to part 5 because I'm eager. Oh, so that was the one that we just watched with all the name dropping. So yeah, she did. They're tagged kind of out of order. So this is part 6.
I'm definitely not finished with you. You just told me how your daddy called you saying that he didn't think LaTanya was his because your mama had been cheating on him for years and think he didn't know.
No.
And the first time that you had me watch a game, and I asked you if you was gay, and you said no, it was just a fact that you had. You talked me into pet.
Wait. Do you mean to tell me your husband had you watching gay, spicy movies, and that there didn't ring an alarm? Like, at the very least, he was curious. But that didn't... Oh.
It was my wifely duties to do, and you was gay all along. You didn't want my penetration, you wanted a man. And now that everybody's business getting put out, y'all want to blow me up. Nah, I'm at work. When the secrets were being kept, y'all ain't had nothing to say. So keep it that way. And for the people that's asking me if I'm keeping the baby, I don't know. If it's my husband's, definitely not. If it's the boyfriend's, maybe, because he don't have no kids.
What?
And the fact that y'all had to drug me instead of just telling me that y'all wanted to be together is beyond me. And for the people that's calling me dumb for not leaving, where was I gonna go? Now, granted, him and his family, you know now, so I have no choice but to leave. But again, I do not know where I'm going, but I'll figure it out. Y'all, this is just too much for me today. And y'all can stop blowing up my phone. I'll be a fool to meet y'all anywhere. I ain't dumb.
Whoa. I still am unsure if this is real. This is kind of sounding real. Just how she's like acting and... Now, wait a minute. My husband, mistress moving in. I'm looking at the other videos on her page. Let me see if any of them have to do with this. She got some crazy... So that's another reason that kind of like... Either she has the most dramatic life of anyone I've ever seen, or like this is actually like real. But she got some crazy story titles on her page. Why my kids mad at me for telling them to use dish liquid to wash clothes since we ran out of laundry detergent. OMG, I just found 5 people in my basement. My husband mad at me because I asked the lady that he cheating on me with to move in with us. So he was cheating with somebody else too? I forgot to tell y'all I took all 8 of my kids with me on a date and the man left us at the table. She gotta be making some of this up. I don't know where she's coming up with these crazy ideas. If this is really her life, I just can't imagine. I mean, it's a good way to monetize off of you know, your misfortune, but is it like, are you really going through it like that, like this? Then she posted this, hubby taking me out.
Happy Saturday, y'all. I just wanted to come on here and give y'all a quick update. So when my husband came home last night, we talked. I will go into detail what we talked about. Well, y'all already know what we talked about. I have not talked to his boyfriend yet, but I have talked to him, nor did I talk to the family.
I don't know, y'all. The verdict, what do y'all think? Do y'all think this is actually real? I have a feeling that it just might be. And she reminds me of a creator who I've seen named Peaches McIntyre. So Peaches has like 8 kids and all her content is basically like crazy stories from her life. Like her husband be cheating, don't not taking care of the kids. She's no filter, open book. She be telling all her business, but then sometimes it's like, wait, did she make this story up or is this one actually real? It's hard to decipher what's actually real and what's not. But as far as like sensationalized content goes, it works because people stay for the drama and they want to see what's going to happen next. I kind of get that vibe from this lady that she's kind of trying to just make money off of the sensationalism, and some of it may actually be true, some of it may be exaggerated, and some of it may be just plain made up. I don't think we'll ever know. At the very least, it was entertaining, and if she did make that up, good job, because it whoa. I'm gonna just go to the next story, y'all. Let's go to Reddit. So this story is from Reddit. It says, am I overreacting? My boyfriend came home with makeup on his shirt after a night out. Last night, my boyfriend told me he was just going to grab a drink with his friend, but then he didn't come home until 4 a.m. When he finally stumbled in, I immediately smelled perfume, like a strong floral scent that I don't wear. And then I noticed makeup on his shirt, like actual smudges. I asked him where he went and he brushed me off like I was crazy for even questioning him. Him saying he's going to grab a drink made it seem like he wouldn't be out until late. He said I was being too emotional again and that I always assume the worst. But I don't know. I feel like my gut is screaming at me that something happened. Would I be overreacting if I asked his friend what really happened, or if I went through his phone to see for myself? Because at this point, I feel like I need proof before I lose my mind. Okay, first of all, coming home at 4 a.m. is enough. He already don't respect you. He's obviously gaslighting you and talking about you're being too emotional again. You always assume the worst. As far as the makeup smudges, makeup can easily transfer. I get makeup smudges on my own clothes. If he hugs somebody, at the bar or whatever, I don't see that part as like an immediate indicator that something actually happened. But coming home at 4 a.m. and then not being forthright about what you were doing or what happened, that's a red flag. Somebody said, no, you're underreacting. If it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, chances are good you've got a duck. And then somebody responded with an emoji of a duck. Another person, trust your gut. This sounds like he's probably had a visit to the strippers. Strippers is not bad, visiting strippers, but if you're doing something with them, then yeah. And also, he said he's just going for just a drink, and then he, if he actually went to go see strippers, that's bad too, because he's lying. So the update was 3 days later. She said, my boyfriend came home late the other night and I was super suspicious. I couldn't help but check his phone. I knew something was off, so I waited until he was asleep and went through his messages. He said he was just going out for a drink with his friend. It wasn't just a drink. He went to a strip club. But that's not even the worst part. I found texts between him and his friend talking about how good the night was. He straight up admitted to getting a private lap dance. He even described the dancer, saying she's so hot and that she literally changed his type to blondes. I just sat there staring at the screen, reading those words over and over again because I'm a brunette. Dang. Ooh. When I woke him up and confronted him, he barely looked guilty. He just sighed and said, it's not a big deal. It was just for fun. Like my feelings meant nothing. I broke up with him on the spot. Ooh, good for you, girl. Good for you. I'm glad you didn't stick around for that mess. Someone said if he starts to complain or whine, you say, it's not a big deal. It's just for fun. Because now I can find myself a decent guy. Better yet, say, I'm not your type anymore. It's not a big deal. And then tell him you gave a guy a private lap dance while he was out because it's not a big deal, right? It's someone else. Well done for breaking up with him. He clearly couldn't give you the respect and loyalty you deserve. Another person, I hope that stripper ripped him off. And then the last comment, they always think they're the one a stripper really likes. Yeah, again, going to the strip club, I don't think is a bad thing unless that's a boundary in your relationship. But he straight up lied and then is also being disrespectful in text messages against his girlfriend And texting as if he's like just a single man. What do you mean your type has changed? You're in a relationship, bro. Let me see if they have any other. Oh, account suspended. So let's go to the next one. This one is, my husband lied about coming to help me while I was critically sick. I, 28 female, have been married to my husband, 32 male, for 3 years. We have a 1-year-old daughter together. Up until recently, I thought I could count on him when I truly needed him. But last week, he proved me completely wrong. I had been feeling off for a couple of days, fatigued, nauseous, just generally unwell. Then, one morning, I woke up with a fever, chills, and a deep sense that something was really wrong. I was so weak I could barely get out of bed. Taking care of our daughter felt impossible. I called my husband at work and told him I needed him to come home. He promised he would. An hour passed, then 2. He kept texting me saying he was just finishing up something and would leave soon. Then he claimed he was stuck in traffic. Then he said he was on his way but had to stop for gas. At this point, my fever was getting worse and I was struggling to even sit up without feeling dizzy. I told him it was urgent. He reassured me he was almost there, but something felt off. So I texted one of his coworkers, someone I knew he was close with. The response I got sent a chill down my spine. He hasn't left yet. He's still here. I was furious and terrified. I immediately called my neighbor, a kind, older person. She came over right away, helped me get dressed, and drove me to the hospital. Turns out I had a severe asymptomatic urinary tract infection that had turned into a serious kidney infection. My heart rate was dangerously high, and the doctors told me that if I had waited much longer, I could have gone into septic shock. 2 hours later, while I was lying in that hospital bed, shaking from fever and hooked up to an IV, my husband finally decided to show up. I didn't even look at him. He tried to explain, saying he didn't realize it was that bad and that he was just trying to wrap things up at work. But I can't get over the fact that he lied to me over and over while I was at home struggling to stay conscious. If my neighbor hadn't been there, I don't know what would have happened to me. I feel so betrayed. If he could ignore me in a life-threatening situation, what does that say about our marriage? About our future, about our daughter's safety if something ever happens again? I don't know what to do. Would you be able to trust your partner after something like this? Heck nah. And that's supposed to be your emergency contact? When you're in an actual emergency, he doesn't come? That's the literal point. You're the life insurance beneficiary. You're the one that's supposed to make medical decisions for me if something happens. And now that we're actually in a situation that is that serious, you're lying that you're on the way and you're not even on the way. Like, what was the reason? That's crazy. Somebody said, yeah, no, I couldn't do this either. If you had waited for him and gone into septic shock and probably ultimately died, what would he have done then? That could have 100% been prevented if he just came home when you asked. He gives more loyalty to a job that'll just replace him when it's his time over his wife, who he chose to love in sickness and health. Another comment, we're expecting to have our first child in about a month and a half. I, the dad, notified work of the due date, and I expected that I'd be scheduled on overlapping shifts, so if something happens, they won't have to scramble to find coverage. March schedule just came out, and on the last week, I'm exclusively scheduled at offsites on my own, so I can't just drop everything and leave. Really? Yeah, right. Guess who has 2 feet and can leave? I'm not missing the birth of my child for anything, and I'm not going to be anywhere except wherever boss mama wants me to be. Another comment, I went through something very similar with a now ex. I tried to get past it, but I just knew in my heart after that he wasn't reliable and wouldn't prioritize me, even in the most dire of circumstances. And that's a hard thing to move past, even without children. And if you really think about it, he's not prioritizing his daughter either, because if the mother is home alone and she's saying that she needs him to come home, she's not feeling well at all, and he doesn't come home, if something happens to the mother, by default, the daughter is also in danger. So, like, you really just don't care about anyone but yourself, do you, sir? The last comment says, yep, me too. Now X put everyone ahead and even doubted my illness. Not a friend or even a person on your team. This is one of those, when they show you who they are, believe them. Yeah, I completely agree. There was an update 4 days later. She says, I'm feeling better and finally back home after a few days in the hospital. My parents came to pick up my daughter and took care of her while I was away. They live 4 hours away, so I hadn't asked for their help earlier. I didn't really get an apology from him, just a bunch of excuses. He said he didn't think it was that serious and I should have just gone to the neighbor if it was really that bad. I didn't argue, not because I agree, but because some of the comments I got made me realize some things. People asked if I'm the type to cry wolf, and that's why he didn't come. In 5 years of being together, I've only ever needed him to take me to the hospital once when I gave birth to our daughter. He wasn't there when I was sick, and if he had come home, he probably wouldn't have done much anyway if it didn't need a hospital. But then someone asked me what I'd do if it was our daughter in my position, and he acted the same way. That hit me hard. And as dramatic as it sounds, I don't want to be with him anymore. So basically they were like, imagine if it was your daughter that was sick and he didn't come versus just you that was sick and he didn't come. I guess that put that into more perspective for her. And I mean, like I said, by default, that technically like kind of was the situation too, because the daughter was at risk too. She said, and as dramatic as it sounds, I don't want to be with him anymore. I don't think I can ever trust him again. I've made an appointment with a lawyer, but of course, divorce takes time. I'm looking for an apartment, but the housing shortage is a nightmare. Since I live in a rural area, though, there's still hope. I haven't told him yet. He's acting like nothing's wrong, so I'm doing the same. I even saw comments suggesting that he might not have actually been at work, maybe using it as an excuse for something else. So, one night while I was sleeping, I checked his phone. I didn't find proof he wasn't at work, but I did find messages, 2 women, multiple flirty ones, and a Tinder app. Oh, I mean, are we surprised? A man that could just leave his wife sick at home by herself and not even attempt to leave work to come try and help. Like, I'm unfortunately not surprised. She said, these messages have been going on for months. He was also sending TikToks to his friends while I was sick, laughing and joking around with no real concern for me. He told me his boss refused to give him time off. I found no evidence that he even asked for time off or discussed my condition with anyone. I'm starting to suspect he lied because if he really did ask, it would have been illegal for his boss to deny him leave where I live. At this point, I don't feel like confronting him. I just want out. I ignored the red flags before, the small lies, broken promises, and I shouldn't have. I thought he'd be here for me when it mattered most, but I guess I was naive. I never thought anyone could let me down like this. I'm not telling him I'm leaving until I'm ready, just like he didn't tell me he wasn't coming. That's great. Also, though, from a legal standpoint, go ahead and get like your medical power of attorney and stuff in writing. Get something in writing saying that you don't want it to be your husband, because the divorce is going to take a while. And God forbid anything happen from now until when the divorce is finalized and he still legally has power to make medical decisions on your behalf. God forbid this man. So that would be at the top of my list, even before the divorce, getting medical power of attorney paperwork situated. Just in case. Somebody said, I'm not really surprised you found out what you did. That's right. I'm so glad you're okay, and I applaud you for realizing you and your daughter deserve better. You're absolutely correct to not mention anything until the plan is fully in place as you walk out the door. Good luck. Everything will be better. Someone said exactly this. OP is handling it smart. No need to give him a heads up. Wishing her and her daughter a smooth transition to a better life. Another person, take screenshots of the app and flirty texts. This is evidence your divorce lawyer can use later. She said, where I am, infidelity doesn't change anything regarding divorce, but I still did it for if he tried to lie to people. That's so unfortunate. Imagine having to find that out when they say in sickness and in health. And when you actually sick, you find out your man is worthless. Well, that's the last main read for today's video. We're going to the palate cleanser, so just a reminder to like, comment, and subscribe. This palate cleanser is from the r/spread smile subreddit. It has baby giggles. I love baby giggles. I feel like it can make anyone smile. It can put anyone in a good mood. So the title of the post says, "Kid plays with the cat with his toy fishing rod. Enjoy the giggles." And the text on screen says, "Got my son a toy fishing rod and he's been doing this with our cat ever since." So the video is of a little boy sitting at the top of a stairs and he has this toy fishing rod that he's like throwing out. He's throwing the line out down like towards the bottom of the stairs. There's a cat towards the bottom of the stairs that is like chasing the little ball that's on the end of the fishing rod. And as soon as he like goes to chase it, the little boy like pulls it back up. So they're playing like, he's basically, him and the cat are playing together. And here's the video. He threw it out. He threw it again. The cat ran for it. I just thought that was a cute little thing. And then, like, he's being entertained. The cat is being entertained. It's a win-win situation. All right, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow in the next video.